Back again, Washed Up Walk-Ons podcast. Excited for this one. Hoping Drake pops in. I want everybody to know that Driz, he said he would be here. So if he's not, that's just disrespecting our guy Tevaun here. That's can't be doing that, Drake. But we'll see if he pops in here. We have not one of the recent guys. We've been hitting all the recent graduates: Logan Jones, Herkett, Aaron Graves. We got somebody from my time. Somebody older than me, which doesn't happen very more on the pod. Tevaun Smith joins the show tonight. Tevaun, we're happy to have you, bro.
Happy to be here, man. Happy to be here. Good to see you again, man.
So we're gonna get into it, but Tevaun and I and a bunch of other dudes saw each other for the first time in a long time this past season at the Oregon game, the night before the Oregon game, and then went to the Oregon game. For the 2015 reunion, whatever you want to call it. They brought us out on the field and recognized us, I guess.
Yeah.
And it was really fun catching up with Smith and all the other guys who eventually we are going to get on. Of course, Desmond is one of those who just today, I don't know if you saw this or you talked to him, Tevaun, I think he's trying to play again. I think I saw a tweet that was like, he said something like, I know I can still be a top 3 in the league, like the resurgence or something like that.
Oh, wow.
I was
I think he can play too, man. I think he can still play.
I think we all know he can play, you know?
Yeah, I think he should if he can, if he has the opportunity, man. But, I mean, the league, they spit you out whenever they get the chance, right? So you got to stick. And it's only a matter of when. But for him, I think he's got a great opportunity if he can,
The league's a different ball game, brother. Huh?
Oh yeah.
He said, I guarantee I can be a top 3 safety in the NFL. No doubt about it. Every chance I got, I excelled at it. ... The return.
It's true.
I don't disagree.
Guy can play ball.
Yeah, he plays football for sure.
Tevaun, he was you were 2 years older than us. So you graduated in 15? You were a senior in that 15 season?
Yes.
Okay. When we came in, the class of 13, and Desmond was a part of that class, he was obviously like the star of our class early on.
Sure. He was.
What, in your opinion, as a guy who had been in the program at that point, what made him sort of jump off the page, or I guess the field right away as a young guy? And we know he's just an instinctual kind of football guy. But in your mind, as somebody who is closer to him than I am, and we've wanted to have him on the show for a long time, just haven't been able to make it work. What's so special about Dez?
Man, for one, he's from Detroit. Like, it sucks over there. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no. I mean, he just loves ball. Like, he loves ball, and some guys that just were born to play football. He was just one of those. He's one of those guys. Like, he knows where to be. He may not be the fastest. He may not be the strongest, but he is pretty damn strong. But he's a football player, and I think there's a decent amount of guys like that in the league that you can point out and be like, man, he's just a football player. Screw the 40-yard dash. Screw the super fast shuttle. Like, this dude can just play ball, and that's Dez. He works his ass off, and he's a smart kid. Like, he knows ball. He literally knows ball. He's always learning. I was actually talking to Reese Fleming like a few weeks ago, and he was like, he just was always asking questions. Like, damn, I need to. He just wanted to understand it more and more, and like, I think him and Coach Parker's relationship just made it even stronger and made him even more hungry to even play ball, right? And
they were close.
Yeah. So when you have somebody like Coach Parker in your corner and a baller like Dez, and he knows what he has, like, I think that together was special.
Yeah. You think because you do a lot of work with, I mean, I want to get into all of it. You do a lot of stuff now.
A little bit. And I wouldn't say try not to do too much.
No, you're doing a lot. A lot. It's all cool too. And you've done work. I mean, I see you all the time. You're you're kind of helping younger guys. You're interacting with tons of other players or young up and coming. Like, do you think that asking questions part that Desmond has, that a lot of guys have, they're eager to when they get in there? You think that holds a lot of potential stars back early because they're scared to ask questions like that as a young guy?
Yeah. Because you're a young guy, you're getting into a room and you're like, you always have to have that one older guy letting you know that like there's no such thing as a dumb question. And then like when you're young, you're just like, oh yeah, whatever. Like I'm still not gonna ask the question. But as you get older, for myself, I'm like, yeah, there is no such thing as a dumb question. Don't be afraid to ask. Like even now, like the different field that I'm in, like I asked some of those questions might be dumb, but I'm like, I don't really care. Like I just got here. Like I'm only a couple years out of retirement. I'm trying to soak it all in. I'm gonna ask as many questions as possible. And I think for some of the younger guys, it's a pride thing. And sometimes some of them are also scared to ask those questions, right? So I think when it comes to like these young athletes, it's like the one thing that I always say, and I've said this with a lot of the older guys as well, they literally say like just be a sponge and like ask as many questions as possible and like always be curious because like that's the only way you're gonna grow and get better.
Yeah. Me personally, I know it held me back a little bit.
Yeah.
I was definitely prideful, and I was so scared to be like embarrassed or vulnerable and be like, like Kreider was the old guy in the room for 4 months when we got there. And he did a really good job of like, hey, anything you need, like, let me know. I'll try. But man, there was just so many times where you're like, I'm a Division I football player. I'll figure it out, like eventually.
Yeah.
And you don't have time for that.
Yeah, it's for sure. And like,
did you have any moments like that you remember?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I feel like for myself, like when I first came in, the older guys was like Shump, Cavante, and like Jake Hillier was a year older than I was, but like Shump was really smart. I was with Keenan Davis as well my freshman year, and honestly, like they also asked dumb questions.
Yeah.
So I didn't feel any type of way if I did have a question. And honestly, most of them understood. Like whenever I was confused, they could see it in my face, and hey, no, bring it back. You sure? Are you sure? And at the time, my freshman year, like I was playing a little bit, so I kind of had to pick things up and learn very early. So I matured early, and then sophomore year I was pretty much starting. Like I was starting my sophomore year, so I had to grow up pretty fast. So I had to make sure I got those questions out because I'm about to play.
For your first year, you had soup, right?
I did, yes.
What kind of because I got one interaction with him the summer. Funny enough, I actually he was the guy I long snapped to.
Oh yeah. He was the special teams guys first. Yeah, I remember that.
Well, and he helped with the special teams camp my junior summer going into my senior year. Would have been like summer of 2012, right? So you had been there for like 1 year. Or not even. You would have been coming in that next year.
Yeah.
So he seemed so cool, and I heard great things about him. As a young guy, you're a freshman, what kind of coach, how did he mesh with that? Like, I need to ask questions. What kind of guy was he?
Honestly, he was really cool. I got a good relationship with Soup. He actually mistakenly called me last week.
Oh shit.
Like, I haven't talked to him in years. Like it's always through social media, and like I'm looking at my phone, it says Soup, and I'm like, at that point it was pretty late. It was like 8:30, probably around this time. And I'm just laying in bed, and I answer. I'm like, he goes, "Oh shit." He's like, "My bad, man. I was trying to call a recruit," and then we just like kind of chopped it up for a little bit. But he was good, man, and he was actually the guy that with him, it was him and Coach Ferentz that flew out to Connecticut where I went to school. So they came out to Connecticut like twice. So I was recruited by Soup, so I had a relationship with him, of course. And then get into Iowa, it was just easy to work with him. And that's when I first, when I came on the visit, I got to meet the receivers. It was pretty dope. And to be honest, it made it really feel like at home when it came to asking questions. He never made it seem like any question was a dumb question. So it was pretty dope, a dope experience. He's got so much experience with his past out at Michigan too, where he came from, which was dope. But then obviously only 1 year of that. But then you get Bobby Kennedy, which is, he's also a great guy that you can always reason with as well.
Tevaun!
They yell at me every day, man. It's so funny. He'll call me like I would say every single year during like a certain time, I knew I couldn't expect a call from him because he'll be in the receiver room or he'll have a meeting with the receiver and he goes, Tevaun, did me and you always get along? And I'm like, no, we didn't. Then I yelled at you every day, right? Yeah, you did. So I think he's done that with all his players. Like calling, he used to do that with us. Like he'll call like Marquise Goodwin and be like, hey, or Shipley, one of the Shipley brothers, and just do the same thing. And I'm like, man, it's just so crazy. But Soup, BK, great guys, and I think it's super important. They always say the receivers are the smart ones and DBs are the dumb ones. I think we're pretty even, to be honest. But like that's why they play DB. But to be honest, like we're pretty slow guys too. So
y'all just have better hands.
Yeah, we just got better hands. That's it, right?
Yeah.
But I think when you get into a room and everybody's asking quote unquote dumb questions, it makes you feel more comfortable. You know what I mean? So it was a great experience with Soup and of course everybody else there in that room.
It's funny how 10 years later you realize, like professionally, you're like, God, now you're just so eager to ask every question you can because it just you get to that final, you get the answer, you get the solution, whatever it may be, that much quicker. Yeah. And as a 30, what are you, 33 now?
Yeah, I am. Shit.
I'll be 30. I'll be 32 this year. You're just so much more like solidified in who you are and like not. I mean, there's still vulnerabilities and all that for everybody in life, but compared to when you're an 18-year-old kid, you're so much more confident in who you are as a person. You're like not scared to be vulnerable, put yourself out there, ask a dumb question. Yeah. It's just like, it's crazy.
I was scared a little bit. I would say at first I was a little scared, but like you can just see it. I couldn't hide it in my face. When I'm there, I'm just like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I'm looking at all the other freshmen. We're just looking at each other, and if one freshman doesn't get it, most likely all of us.
Yeah.
So, you can read the room, right? So,
and it's better to like get that out of the way, because the alternative is you go out there and you don't know what route you're running, and then you look like a dumbass. It's even worse, right? So
I've experienced that too in a game, actually.
Yeah,
freshman year.
Oh
James Vandenberg. I think I was like hot on a play, and man, he comes off on the sideline just like, if he doesn't know what the hell he's doing, get his ass off the field. And that was that moment where I was like, yeah, all I needed was one. Yeah. And that was that one, and I'll never forget it.
That teammate accountability is strong.
Oh yeah, you do that. You do that shit in the game. You do that. Practice is one thing, but you do it in the game.
Yeah,
you know how that goes. You do some dumb shit in the game. KF is
you get the visit from KF. He kind of strolls over.
Yeah.
Hey, Tevaun, okay? Oh shit. All right.
And he'll tread lightly during the game. He'll unless you do something crazy, he'll tread lightly during the game and like tell you, but then just know like that week when he's got time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he's
Sunday or Sunday. Oh yeah.
Man, he cuts through it too, man. He doesn't even have to raise his voice. KF could say something and be like, "Oh, you got to get that shit together, right?"
Oh yeah.
And then you're just like, yeah, I got you. Can you run me? So Grant, you weren't even here yet. We had Tevaun on one time before this. Oh. It was the week. It was like an emergency, like extra podcast that we did, because in 2021 when the team made the Big Ten championship, we were trying to capitalize on all the hype that week, and we got Tevaun to come on. We thought he would be fitting as he hit the dab in 2015 in Lucas Oil. And he came on and gave us a great episode, but I think we kind of talked more about the hype that year. We didn't get as much of Tevaun Smith's backstory. Can you quickly run me through you said you went to school in Connecticut. I don't even know if I know your full like recruitment history, what that looked like.
Yeah.
What other options did you have?
Yeah.
And like, what was the deciding factor on being a Hawkeye?
Yeah. Well, I'm Canadian.
Yeah, you're from Canada.
I'm from Canada. I'm Toronto. I'm actually in Toronto now.
Okay.
But I left in high school, so I was playing football out here, and I was going to like a bunch of football camps, and I was getting like some interest at these football camps. And the issue with my recruiting was when I sent my highlight tape, you can see that like I'm just like bigger than everybody. Like the competition just didn't look the greatest.
Yeah.
Like, man, but this competition sucks. Like we're gonna have to see this against American talent. So I sent out tape, CDs or DVDs to literally probably over 100 schools. Like my high school coach, myself, we were just sending out letters, emails, all that. And came down to the point where it's like, okay, well, we're gonna probably have to go to a prep school. So I went to a prep school in Kent, Connecticut. It's called Kent School. And I played there for a year. And from there, I was able to get an opportunity to get an offer. So for one, had a great season, all New England. Then I ended up, we ended up going pretty far, not state by any means, but we went to like regions or I forgot how it works with prep schools, but we got pretty up there. And I got the opportunity to get like 4 offers. So my first offer was UConn. My second one was Temple. And then the University of Miami came to the school, offered me, but they wanted me to gray shirt. And then KF and Soup came along out there. So I had 4 offers, and to be honest, like Miami seemed pretty nice.
I was gonna say you had an offer from the U.
Yeah, Miami seemed pretty damn good. You know, it was the beach, the weather,
the girls.
Obviously, that would have been fun. But I will say, like, you know, when I went to, I didn't end up taking my visit out to Miami because one, the time they wanted me to visit it was during like a reading week or something, so it was gonna be pretty dead. And then on top of that, they wanted me to gray shirt. And at the time, I was on financial aid with the school, and that would have meant that I would have to leave the school early. And they had already invested all this money, and like it would have just been bad business, I guess, in a sense. Like,
sure.
Look good. It's a really good academic school. Not to say that, I mean, I didn't do well academically at that school, but it was really good academics. And yeah, it just one thing that stood out was like all he mentioned was the beach and the women. He didn't mention going to the next level. He didn't mention school. He just really mentioned like, yeah, like we got the beach, we got the women. Like that was the selling point.
That was the pitch.
So at a young age, like mature age, I was like, but he didn't mention like I want to go to the NFL. Like he didn't like he went over that a little bit, but it was more so like, listen, man, we're in Miami, which I get. I understand.
Fair.
I've had some good times in Miami, but that was a selling point. And you know, when I went to my visit at Iowa, it was, I think around that time, it was
they weren't selling you the weather or the women. I know that.
It was cold. Yeah, I mean, shit. It's not like Miami, but I think KF did something really cool, and I don't know if anybody else has this story, but he at the time he took all the schools that you had offers by and compared them like on a sheet, and it was like stats, how many bowl games they went to, their academics, like it was a bunch of different things. I wish I could. I hope one day I find that thing, but it compared all the schools that offered you, and Iowa blew them out the water. And the biggest thing was coach longevity. And we all know KF is not going nowhere, right? So, I mean, and now looking back, Temple's coach got fired. UConn's coach got fired. Miami, Al Golden at the time, he was fired. So, and KF is still there. And we're 10, 11 years out of Iowa now. So It's crazy to even think about it, but the stats don't lie. So that's kind of my high school to college story, man.
Damn, I didn't know any of that.
Yeah. The prep world's awesome. So I come from more of a like I played lacrosse growing up, so I spent so much time out there with like the Hill
Oh,
Academies and like the Loomis's. Like my brother went to Loomis
I know
in
Loomis,
Connecticut,
yep.
so yeah,
Yeah.
so we got a good taste of all that. Cool. It's the boarding school world. It's like a different universe out there.
Yeah.
Like when you meet the guys who are out there doing their PG years, and it's just
Yep, exactly. That's exactly what I did.
it's insane. Like I don't know. Do you have any fun stories out there from like you and the guys just like out there in the
Man, I just was
prep
so
life? Or-
focused on play. I was like, listen, I'm coming here to play football, and I'm trying to get out of here. We were in the middle of nowhere. All I did was work out, go to practice. And then when football season was over, I did like the training. They had like horseback riding, obviously lacrosse. They had the rowing team, and
Oh shit, this was high society. This was
yeah. Like it was. I'm telling you, like I was out of place, but
yeah.
it was a cool experience. I think Liam Neeson's son went to that school.
Yeah.
There was a handful of like their parents were like detectives of the CIA, like whatever. Like it was
the profiles at these, like especially the New England boarding schools, like they got boarding schools all around, right? But like
it's
the
crazy.
New England boarding schools, like that's what I'm telling you, it's a different universe out there.
It is.
I would love to go back and find Tevaun's like class yearbook and then go and search what all those kids are doing now and what their parents do. That'd be fun.
Yes, exactly. Those I might have to go back and look myself too. Like I'm actually curious because man, I could have networked with a lot of guys out there.
Yeah, I could have known some folks.
For real.
So obviously, as you said, successful career at Iowa, like got early playing time, obviously a huge component, our number one guy. In 14 and 15, really. It was Tevaun Smith or Pound the Rock, right? There's a few other guys.
Third down king right there, man. They
Mark Weisman or Tevaun Smith.
32B doesn't work. All right, third down. We're gonna have to run a glance.
Yeah. Yep. And as you mentioned, you're like, I want a shot at the league. We talked about it with Dez. Like it's a different world there. These guys right now, we're hearing all the combine just happened and pro days coming up. I think the guys got pro day in 2 weeks or something like that. Coming out in 2015, obviously big year for us as a team. We'll get to that reunion in a second. How'd you feel as a guy? You're like, okay, this is my shot. What did you think your opportunity was going to be at the next level?
Honestly, I truly didn't know. Yeah, I had no idea. I was actually just like super locked in on like, man, I just want an opportunity. Didn't know what that looked like. So being from Iowa, being a run first offense, I knew that the opportunity wasn't going to be like a guy that went to Iowa State and they're just throwing the ball every other play.
Yep.
So I knew that, my end would probably be, a little bit of special teams, of course. That's for anybody, but I would have to really lock in on that. So I just put my head down and just started to work on other things outside of playing receiver, so special team stuff. And it really just came by surprise when it came to like who actually was interested. I was actually surprised that Houston came out. Bill O'Brien came to Iowa to work me out. Like the interest from other teams. So and the great feedback that KF and Brian Ferentz was given to those coaches on behalf of myself. So I really honestly just focus on one thing and just like, hey, I just want to get my foot in the door.
Yeah.
Right. But I just didn't know what that looked like.
What did it look like? What you eventually got a couple years in the NFL before kind of landing in the CFL where you had a hell of a career. Because you hear all the time about how stressful it is. You talked about it. They'll cut. You're out. They don't care. They don't care about you, right? Mm-hmm. It's a business. So what was your experience like over those 2 to 3-ish years?
Yeah, I mean, as an undrafted free agent, man, you see guys like it's a little bit different. Like when you're not drafted, right? You have a shorter leash for sure. And like just seeing all the other undrafted free agents that you came in with and seeing how quick the turnaround can be, like every Tuesday at 4 o'clock, like there's an opportunity that you could be gone. So like you have to show up on film like every single week, every single day, because you'll be on that chopping block at any moment, right? So like that was like, I wouldn't say I expected it, but even when I got there, I was like, oh yeah, this is for real. Like there's a lot of guys that week 1 they're there, week 6 like they're gone, and then they're back for 2 weeks at the end of the season. It's like, you know, out of the 17 weeks, you were only here for eight games, half the season, basically. So that stuff is like a rude awakening, to be honest. So when I got there, I was like, man, I had a coach that always says like, you know, you always want to give me a wow every day. I want to see a wow play every single day, and that's what I tried doing. Whether that was me sprinting down the field just to show effort, or catching the football and scoring, or even just getting there early. Like the little things really counted. And that's what allowed me to stick, other than like obviously injuries had led me to, you know, go another direction. But that's what kept me there, was getting there early and just effort.
Iowa helped on that one, huh?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. That part was easy. So I just knew that like, okay, I just got to do everything that we were taught at Iowa
Yeah.
a little more.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
It's
and then
it's crazy to hear about the guys who, it like that was our life in Iowa City, and it was tough to get used to and like hold that standard. But like once you did, you knew what it was about. Like this is how it works.
Mhm.
And it's just crazy to hear from other dudes. We get these guys on right now who just graduated. They were all off at, you know, their Exos facilities training with, you know, doing their draft prep. And they come back and they come on the show and they talk about how like, yeah, everybody else says it's way different where they went. You know, like it's crazy to me that like when people say Iowa's different, like it really is.
Yeah, it is.
It's wild.
I think one thing that I can just point out that I think is different from every other school, and I'm sure probably like guys that would probably say this at Alabama, but like they really don't give a shit about anything. But like if you can't like they don't care. They don't care about the money. They don't care about nothing. They just, are you gonna play football? They don't care about anything else. So like when we say Iowa's different, like the training, the strength and conditioning, the atmosphere, the culture, it's just different. Like if you think things are gonna be laid back, it's not. You better be on your P's and Q's.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, I mean, and you had guys in your class, I had guys in my class. It just like it doesn't work for them, right?
Yeah.
Like, and it doesn't work for everybody, and
No.
it's not necessarily the only way. There's dudes all over the league that are succeeding from other schools who were more lenient on certain things, right? Or they just cared about ball, right? There's a lot of Alabama dudes, although I think Alabama did, especially under Saban, run a pretty tight ship. But
Yeah.
there's a lot of dudes from the SEC from some schools that they probably didn't care, right?
Yeah.
But that's just not the way it worked in Iowa City.
Not at all.
Just wasn't gonna happen. Like that first day you wore the wrong socks to a workout,
Oh yeah.
you're out.
I remember I smiled one time and I got kicked out. It was like for a primer. Like I was a freshman. I know that we had the primers. This was in the old facility.
Yup.
Guys were kind of talking. I smiled a little bit. Get the hell out of here. It's crazy. I was like,
I got the same thing, man. I don't know if I think I've told this story on here one time, but summer we're doing like, it's like that first couple weeks back from the big break in spring. Like school's out and then you come back to start summer.
yeah.
And those first couple weeks we would hit like those GPP sessions with the kettlebell.
Oh yeah.
You do like, I don't know, it was like swings and then sprint across the field. And then you'd walk it back and you were in like a line of 3, right?
Yep.
And then rows, and then I forget the last one.
Yeah.
And it was earlier in my time, like kind of about probably 2014 summer, whatever. And
Mhm.
it was getting me. Yeah, I was not doing well. And it wasn't a hard workout, right, to like most of the guys, but I
Yeah.
was still struggling to like get my conditioning up at that point. And I'm tired and like I'm just sweat, spit, everything, and I like turn. I'm like just trying to clear my mouth, massive spit like to the side, and Doyle from 40 out. No, get the fuck out of here! You know, like just like thought I was spitting at him, thought I was like disrespecting the work,
Yeah.
the effort, and I was like, man, I showed back up at home, and Kevin was like, bro, why are you here? And I was like, he threw me out. And Kevin was like, "You got to be kidding me!" No, I'm dead serious. A lot of guys been thrown out of workouts, man. A lot of guys.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think he does it to prove, or he did it to prove a point too.
Yeah. I think so.
It's like setting the tone, you know.
Yeah, I remember we were bringing it in, and he was talking. I can see why. I forgot who it was, but I can see why he got kicked out. But he yawned. He was like, "Ugh." He's like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
Can't yawn, bro.
It
yawn.
It was so funny. It was actually so funny. Like I couldn't stop laughing. I was like, that was crazy. Like, first off, you're so stupid for doing that. Second off, now Doyle's pissed at all of us.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it was a long workout, but because he would, after that, he just wouldn't stop. You know.
Yeah.
Once he starts, he's on everybody.
Once the fuse is lit, man, it's burning. Yeah. Gosh, you just get that like the tension, just like you cut it with a knife. Kev and I were just talking about the other day, a little like a hurdle warm up. Your heel clips the hurdle.
Yep.
They send you to the back.
Yeah.
Now everybody's hoping that Tevaun doesn't hit the hurdle again, or the whole group's gonna have to start over.
Yep.
Oh my god. It's really like those stories though are fun because in reality, like your heel clipping the hurdle, whatever, like it doesn't matter, right? But it's that kind of like meticulousness and like attention to detail that we had to play with.
Yeah.
Generally with the kind of talent that we had on our team to beat the other teams, right? And like at 6 a.m., you're not thinking about that, but they're doing it for a reason. And it is the kind of
it translates, right? Like, I mean, especially at the next level, we touched on that a little bit, but like now you're in rooms like with like a Tom Brady, or in my case, like
dogs,
Andrew Luck. And it's like, no, we want this at 14, not 12, right? That's that clip on that hurdle right there that we're talking about. It's that extra yard, that 1%, and it matters and it translates, right? So you don't think about it at the time, even in life, same thing. It's like these little things that you miss, they go a long way.
You just hit me with my mind's kind of blown there. You were catching balls from Andrew Luck.
Yeah, I was.
How was that?
It was dope. It was kind of like the back, like obviously the year, like that was the year where he was kind of struggling with the shoulder, and then the following year, that's when he retired. Yeah, so it was, but I would say like when I first got there, it was amazing. Like it was great to learn from him. Like it was dope. It was really a dope experience. Dude is smart as hell. And he's like a commander, like commander chief for real. Like it was dope.
What's the account, Grant, you would know on Twitter? It's like General Luck.
Yeah, like there's like one that it's I don't know. There's some photo of him where it might be even from like I can't remember how the photo originated, but to me he looks like a Civil War like general basically. And it's like they just repost like a bunch of like it would be like Civil War letters, all from like Andrew Luck describing. I think that's just like describing what's going on in the NFL at the time. Yeah, it's a funny account.
What's wild is I just looked him up. He's only 36 years old. Like he's 5 years older than me.
Yeah, he's not that old,
and he seems like he's 45 because he retired so early. And
yeah, he was a GM now.
Yeah,
he's running Stanford football
of Stanford, right?
Yeah.
Like I mean, everyone knew he was gonna. He's a genius, but yeah, crazy. So you mentioned injury. What injury kind of pushed you in a different direction?
Yeah, so I tore my groin
Oof.
in my second year. So what had happened was after my first year, I loved Indy. I was getting really acclimated with the team, getting a lot of love from the coaches. Like I felt like it was a good situation for me. GM gets fired, new GM comes in. He came from Kansas City. I think he's still there. And he came in and was like, I want all the receivers to be under 10% body fat. So during that time,
Really?
yeah, yeah. And you got Tariq Hill. Like at the time, like it was Tariq Hill. I forgot who else they had over there in Kansas City. So I was like, okay, well, first off, like a lot of us aren't Tariq Hill, right? Like we're not smaller, like fast guys. Like our receiving core was Dante Moncrief, T.Y. Hilton. They had like Devin Street. Like it wasn't too many like big guy, or sorry, smaller, quick guys. T.Y. was really fast, but he's a thicker guy. He's not cut, right? So anyway, we all were losing weight. And for me, like I just felt frail. Like I lost a lot of weight. I was trying to just be cut. And as a young guy, I was like, I gotta be less than 10%, less than 10%. So I was like 180 pounds. I don't even remember that. Like that's like high school.
Damn.
Yeah. So
You're like 6'3"?
yeah, I'm probably like 6'2" and just over. I played at 205 at Iowa.
180 is a
I was
skinny
like,
T. Smith.
I was like 180, 185. Like I looked sick, right? So all of us kind of lost weight. So Ty gets hurt, Dante gets hurt, and then another guy's name is Chester Rogers. He gets hurt. This is going into second year. Chester played a decent amount. He was their punt returner as well. We both were rookies together, and we were kind of rotating. But he played special teams, so he paid a little bit more than I did. And he's our punt returner, and like that was that, right? So there
That's
wasn't.
wild for a GM to come in and say, I want something like that. Like, that's like malpractice.
Yeah. And there was no, like, for me as a young guy, I didn't have no direction either. So I was just trying to lose it on my own. I never got nutrition. I never,
Sure.
I was just like, okay, I think I went pescatarian. Like I only ate fish. Like,
Really?
yeah.
Jeez.
So it's probably half my fault too, to be honest. I should have got progressive help.
like,
You're
hey,
pulling
but
out
hey.
like all the old like high school wrestling tricks, trying to sweat out all the weight. And try to get
Yeah.
But like, hey, like you said, you're undrafted free agent guy. Tevaun Smith doesn't have a $10 million contract to sign a personal nutrition, like a personal chef, right? Like,
Exactly. So with that, I mean, all those guys got hurt. I was one of the last ones to get hurt. So I kind of knew like, all right, well, they just paid TY millions of dollars. Like all these guys are good. Like, so if they're gonna cut, it's probably gonna be myself. So that's what ended up happening. And it's actually funny because during that preseason, everybody on the receiving core was new, and they had to learn that playbook within a week. And like it was like a disaster that preseason game because like they all just got there because we didn't have anybody. So, long story short, I ended up getting some rehab, and that led me not signing back to Indy, and I was in Oakland for a little bit, and then I was in Jacksonville, and Jacksonville ended up signing me, and then I was there. So that's what. So going into my second season, that's when I hurt my groin, and then the following year, or during that season, I went to Jacksonville. Going into that following third year of my career, and then when I got to Jacksonville, I tore my meniscus. So when I got to Jacksonville, tore my meniscus, the same meniscus on the same knee that I did. I don't know if you remember, but in 2015, I missed 2 weeks of the season because I got a knee scope because I tore my meniscus against North Texas. And that's when Jermaine Smith came in for about 2 weeks. He had a couple games, then I came back.
Balled out versus Illinois that year.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, I wonder where Germ is right now.
He was playing in the CFL for a little bit. We had
Was
crossed
he?
paths. Yeah, we crossed paths. I don't know where he is now, but
man, he was one of those guys where you're like, there's a lot of factors to being a Division I athlete, student athlete, all that stuff. And Germ had his struggles as a freshman to kind of acclimate, but boy, did he have talent.
man, he was good.
Saved our ass a couple times in that little 2-game stretch there. It was like, shit, we might have something with Germ here.
Yeah.
I do remember. That is funny. Yeah, you did go out for 2 games.
Yeah.
And so you get hurt again in Jacksonville.
Yeah, get hurt again in Jacksonville.
And so what's eventually you end up CFL here. There had to be a moment where it was like, man, do I keep trying this NFL thing or do I have like a real opportunity up in Canada?
Yeah, so during that second meniscus, like honestly, I was thinking like I was back in 2 weeks before. I'm gonna do it again. I ended up sitting out the entire year. That was a whole thing with Jacksonville. I was doing rehab in like a hospital. It was bad. I wasn't even in a fitness performance center. Nothing. I was with a bunch of old people. It was depressing. Anyway, but during that year off, like I had the team that drafted me in 2016. They have my rights. So I was their first round draft pick, and I was like, okay, what does that look like? And to your point, like that was a thought. Like I don't want to be one of those guys that try the NFL for 1 year, and then it's 2 years, then it's 3 years. Like I'm still young. I know I can sit the year out, get healthy, and play ball again. So I'm like, you know what? Let's just go home and play ball. Like let's not be too attached to this NFL thing. Like I've done that. I've gotten there, but I don't want to hold on to it for too long and miss out on an opportunity. So that's how I ended up going back home and playing the CFL to the team that drafted me.
And that shit worked out. You were there for like
it worked out. There for 5 more years. Obviously, I mean, shoot, I think with my luck on it is crazy. Every single year of my career outside of Iowa, I ended up playing for a new coach. I was even on the same team for 3 years, and we ended up firing the GM, then head coach, then the head coach again. And then I went to another team. They ended up firing the head coach that first year. Then the second year, a new head coach. I had a new coach every single year of my career. So I've had to learn a new playbook for 8 years straight.
Yeah, like that's just like a prime example of how it fascinates me. Like like Baker is the story I think about. He gets drafted by the Browns. Like, oh, this Baker Mayfield guy, he's a flop, right? And then he goes and has a ton of success in Tampa Bay recently. And you're like, oh, wait a second. It might just be the system. Like the whole finding the right fit thing might actually have a little bit of weight to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like in your situation, that kind of deal, how are you supposed to find the right fit if it's a new fit every year? You know?
Yeah.
So like you wonder how many guys like you, dozens and dozens of dudes in the NFL that had crazy college careers, then you never hear about them again. You're like, yeah, just luck, just bad luck.
Yeah, and that's just part of it. To be honest, it's so many things that come to when it comes to making a team, and it could be whether he likes me or not, or whether it's a numbers game, or whether it's just luck. Like, just was at the right place at the right time, made a great play, a few great plays here and there, and that was it. And I played an extra 3 years, right?
Yeah. So. I'd say it's a successful career, man. 8 years post college, like that's.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy with it. I was trying to get to 10, but man, the body. And then it's cold out here in Canada. There's not too many warm.
Yeah.
So,
the bones are creaking.
The bones are creaking, man. Yeah.
Except for now, we talked at the reunion, the Hawks legacy night. Tevaun Smith is doing HYROX now. You train. This guy's in the gym. You catch Tevaun's Instagram. This guy is working now.
Hey, I've had some of the guys like, "Are you coming out of retirement?" No, I feel good though. I feel really good. I've been inspired by your CrossFit stuff that you've been doing for all these years. I know Doyle used to get on your ass about it, but
bro.
But
I guarantee if I saw Doyle today, it'd be the first thing he said. Like, oh, there he is. You doing CrossFit stuff?
Yeah. Have you done HYROX yet? Or I know a lot of guys that are CrossFit guys, they're kind of against HYROX.
Like, if you're like really into the cultures, there's definitely a little bit of like a feud back and forth. Like whatever. I don't
was like,
care
which
about.
is really into it is you is what he's saying, by the way. That's what he's describing himself is what he's doing.
I have no feud with HYROX. I think it's awesome, other than it's a lot more running than I like.
I hate running.
Yeah, well, yeah, right. Like, and even you, guy who's like a fast guy, you could run fast routes, 40, all that stuff. That's a different type of running now. That's 5 miles. That ain't 40 yards. That's 5 miles. Yep. So, and it isn't a slow 5 miles, like a half marathon or something. It's like let's go. Yeah. So I love it. I love the idea. I would love to do one someday. I'm kind of caught up in like the CrossFit competitive world right now, and I'm just not going to spend that much time running to be good at that. And I personally at 5'10" and just genetically not a good runner, I'm never going to excel at that. So it'll be a for fun thing at some point. But when you and who's doing it with you, man? Was it Gare and
Listen, there's a lot of us actually doing it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the list. So it's myself, Anthony Gare, Sean Draper, and then, a guy named Brent, which is he's one of Anthony's neighbors. Okay. And then the next group is Greg is doing it with his girlfriend. Greg Maven's doing it with his girlfriend.
Okay.
Then we have Anthony Hitchens, Christian Kirksey.
No.
Yeah, and then they have two other boys. So
Hitch and Kirks are doing a HYROX.
Yeah, we convinced them to do it. So we're actually competing. We're actually competing with them. So
that's crazy.
Yeah. So it's gonna be like 10 of us, and then all the wives and girlfriends have their own group too.
Nice.
So it's 4, and then Greg and his girlfriend too.
So where are you doing it? When?
It's the end of the month, March 20.
It's soon.
Yeah, I'm flying out on the 25th. I'm staying out there for the week, 25th through the 30th, but I think we're on the 27th.
This is down in Texas, right?
Yeah, in Houston.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I'm gonna be glued in. I'm gonna be checking the results. I can't wait. So body feels good. I see you on the rower. I see you pushing the sleds, man. Like, how you feel good?
I feel good about it. To be honest, I'm not really. I hate running. And I was just out in Miami with Greg and Anthony. Carl was actually with us too, and Greg was like, "You trying to run 3 miles?" And to be honest, like they go on runs. Like the way I'm training is different than how they're training. They're actually going on runs every day. Yeah. I'm trying to get my heart rate up, so I'm on the assault bike and I'm doing the rows rather than they say it's a runner's race, but my knees can't take that. So I'm trying to do alternatives to like really get the heart rate up rather than having to run miles. And it's cold. I can't run outside in Canada. So like Anthony's in Houston, Greg's in Miami. I can't get that type of treatment. I'm not going to be running on a treadmill for however long. So that's kind of what I've been doing. And so what I did was, he's like, "You want to run 3 miles?" I was like, "I'll run 2." Right. And I did pretty good. I was actually myself. It was out in the heat. We went for a run and it felt good. So it gave me some confidence, you know.
Good. I'm excited for y'all, man. It's
gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
It's funny, because it's if I post anything other than my family, it's the CrossFit stuff. So any of our teammates that have followed me on social over the last 10 years, they know what I'm into. And then a couple guys who like Doyle, like to give me a lot of shit 10 years ago, they came crawling back eventually. They were "Yo, Kluve, you hit me with a workout program. You let me know." Like I had 2 guys. I've had 2 guys be like, "Hey, I'm getting married. I want to look good on the honeymoon. What can I do?" And I'm like, how the tables have turned, huh? So it's funny.
You're not playing football anymore, man. So you gotta do some other things. You can't,
Gotta be competitive,
Perfect. It's perfect. They give us something to train for, and like we're all talking about it, and like everybody's like, "Yo, I feel like I'm getting back to my playing weight." Like
I was gonna say, it's good for you.
Yeah. Like I feel good. It's something to train for. We'll all be able to hang out. We're gonna. It's a relay though, so we're not doing all of the exercises.
Sure. Yeah.
So it's like you get to split it up. So it's 2, whatever.
Yep.
But yeah, we're doing it. We're building a brand like within. That's why we're doing HYROX. I don't know if we talked about that, but
I want to get into it. I want to get into what I was just gonna say. Competitive now is like in the business world, and I'm gonna get into all your ventures there. But yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, so my primary I'm in like risk and estate planning. So I do insurance. So technically I'm in sales. I do that, and the main reason why I got into that, to be completely honest with you, is because I'm afraid to go broke. So I want to learn as much as I can about finance, because
Sure.
I think whatever you do, you need to know how to spend and budget your money. So I'm just like, at first I wanted to learn so much about it. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get my license so I can master it, because like I'm gonna need it for myself, but now I can offer that to athletes that they say go broke. So that's what I do. And myself, Greg, and Anthony, another partner of ours, his name is Adam. We're working on a supplement brand. It's in the NMN space, the NAD NMN space, and like the peptide space. So yeah, that's kind of what we're working on. Is where we wanna work, get into the cellular health space. So a lot of people are taking NAD IVs, and we're putting it in a different form so that people can just.
Damn, I'm interested.
Yeah. So I don't know if you know too much about NMN, but as you get older, you lose NAD levels.
Yep.
So the NMN actually is supposed to be a precursor, and it boosts the NAD levels higher. And essentially it's like anti-aging, but it's supposed to help you, maybe help my knees, probably.
Sure. Yeah.
But it's supposed to help your everyday health, brain, body, pretty much all of that. So it's exciting learning so much about it, and like a lot of it's an up and coming thing that a lot of people aren't usually. I mean, you know about it, but it's
yeah, I'm not your average person, and not
Yeah.
in a good way. Like I'm a nerd, kind of like that's what I do. But yeah,
you know a little bit about it then.
yeah, it's awesome what you're doing. I'm not gonna bore the listeners with
Yeah.
any details or try to make that they hear enough from me already. They don't think I'm smart or cool at all. But I understand completely what you're getting into on just between me and you. So that's very, very cool. And what you're doing is right down the pipe. Like all those guys who start supplement companies are involved in the health and wellness space. At some point, they're always out doing some kind of promotion raise. Like that shit works, right? Like you gotta put it out there, and it's good to like kind of be your own lab rat too. Like, hey, do I feel good? Like, did you mention you're doing some real estate too? Like, do you do a little real estate investing? Is that
We've invested together. That's kind of how it started. Like myself, we actually all have. We actually all like have done a decent amount of work together. Like myself, Anthony, Greg, we flipped homes in Houston with Anthony.
Because that's what Gare does, right?
Yeah, he does real estate. His wife's a realtor. That's what they do as like secondary. Obviously, he works in sales in tech sales as well. And we've done partnerships with Carl and built the ecosystem where guys can, pitch in on the investment side. So we've done a decent amount of stuff like that in the past, and like now it's just like buy and holds like that the guys have.
Yep.
And everybody's kind of doing their business ventures. So we're doing the supplement stuff. Carl's got a lot of good stuff going on. He actually owns a med spa in Atlanta, so he knows a lot about peptides. So he does the drip IVs, the NADs, all that stuff. So he's doing this thing out there with his fiance.
Come on now, Carl. Come on.
Yeah. Carl's doing some good things, man. And then there's a bunch of business stuff that the guys are doing. But yeah, that's that.
Carl was he was a riot when he came on the show. It was amazing. He's hilarious, man. He's talking about him getting in a war with his HOA, and it was funny as hell, man. You know who I'm trying to get on, and I can never pin him down, is Leal. This guy.
You can text that guy, and he'd be like, "Yeah, my bad, bro." I'm like, dude, what are
That's
you?
such a good Leo right there.
Man, I remember that we were actually in Atlanta one time. That's where Jalil lives too. But we were in Atlanta and we were at Carl's Carl's birthday, and we all booked our flight to Cabo because this was Kirksey's wedding, and he never booked his flight yet. And I was like, what are you doing? Like, what's taking you so long? Like, so I literally took his phone and I booked the flight, and I just took his phone and I was like, yo, this is the hotel that we're staying at. Here's your flight. And I booked it. And he looked at the price. He was like, yo, what the fuck?
Come on, Leo.
Yeah, I know.
Like Leo doesn't have that for his bro. Like, come on now.
Nah,
He is hilarious. I wish
he's just a procrastinator, and he's just gonna wait. He's just gonna wait so long, or he'll not answer. He's just always sidetracked. He's always doing something. He's like, yo, I didn't even see that. But some people are just like not good at their phones, and he's one of them.
He's such a special dude.
That's my guy.
In so many ways.
That's my roommate. That's my roommate. That's why I know I can just be like, hey, nah, this is the one right here. Here, and purchase.
I truly wish. I mean, Carl too. Those two, especially together, clowning in the locker room, throwing Faith too.
Yeah.
God, those are some guys that I just wish everybody would have the opportunity to meet and like see them in their full form, because that shit was. Hilarious. I mean, to this day, that's like true. Like that warms my heart to think about them like slap boxing each other and shit. Like that's the funniest shit. The most recent venture, one that's after our hearts over here, is the Front Seat Pod. Tell me about that.
Man, yes. Front seat.
This guy Tevaun is in the pod game.
I am, man. It's fun. It's definitely fun. I love the space. You get to meet a lot of people. And I've had some good guests, man. It's been quite an experience. So I guess, like, for those who don't know what the Front Seat Pod is, like, you're sitting in the front seat of my car, and we're driving around the city, talking about life, not only just like specifically life after ball, and just pivoting in life, really. So whether you're an athlete, entrepreneur, whatever you're doing. We sit down, drive around for about 20, 30 minutes, talking about life, how life has been, how life is going, where we see ourselves in the future, and all the bumps in the road on life, right? So yeah, it's been a great experience. I've been able to meet so many people. I've got so many more guests in line. Hawkeye.
You're in season 2 right now? I'm
in season 2 right now. I got Carl Davis on, so that's gonna be a good episode. I had Jalil on the last one. We talked about I got some good feedback. A lot of guys didn't know that we flooded our house in college, so that was that. And then Carl has got some good stories, and I'm definitely gonna get a decent amount of guys. Micah Hyde was a sponsor for the pod as well with High Hail Mary. Shout out to him. Gonna get him on there too. So it's gonna be a decent amount of Hawkeye stories that are gonna come. But I got some other guys out here in Toronto.
I like, dude, all the guests. I love the show.
Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate that.
I like throw it on the side. It's just cool to see. I mean, just in general, it's cool to see all the guys. Everybody that 10 years ago we were head down in Iowa City, now just go out, do different stuff. It's cool, bro.
I appreciate that, man. No, I definitely had some good guests. I was able to get Jason McCourty on, which was pretty cool. 13
Very
years.
Cool episode. Yeah.
That one was one of my favorites. But yeah, more to come, man. More to come.
Cool.
New cars. Nice cars.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get to pick guys up, and I think
the concept is sick, man. It's like it's unique and marketable, and from like the nerdy back end podcast standpoint, I saw you coming out with it, and I was like, yeah, Tevaun knows what he's doing with that one. Like I like that.
I appreciate that, man. No, it's fun. It's fun. Get to drive around. Get to drive in some nice cars, and hopefully, get some bigger guests and bigger opportunities.
Yeah, bro.
You know how this goes. You know how it is.
Great. Yeah, dude. I have no doubt you build it from the ground up, and it'll continue to grow. I appreciate you coming on, man. This was fun. This was so cool to learn about everything.
Super fun. I had a great time, man. I can't wait to get back to Iowa City.
I know what was Oregon? Was that the first time you've been back in a while?
Yeah, man. The last time I was there was in 2017 when my rookie season when I was in Indy. I came down with Carl because he was in Chicago and he was like, "Yeah, I'm going to Iowa." I'm like, "Shoot, I'll drive. I'm not too far." So just came down to Iowa, went to the game. But this one was this tailgate was, or not, sorry, this Oregon game was pretty dope. And obviously we got the tailgate for the first time, which was dope.
Oh.
Then I did a front seat tailgate as well, which was pretty dope. And
you guys did a little thing for that.
We're gonna do it again. We're gonna do it again this year.
Let's go.
The plan is to come for the Ohio State game. So count on that. Try and raise more money for the Children's Hospital. I think we got north of close to $10,000 in like a few hours.
Wow.
So hopefully we can do that again.
Hey,
shout out to Hawks to go tailgate.
Everybody listening to this podcast, you got a large percentage who are going to be walking around Iowa City that day. Go follow Tevaun. He'll be posting all about it when it comes around.
Yeah. That one's gonna be
and help raise some money.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope, man. It's gonna be dope.
That game was cold, but damn, it was almost so sick.
Isn't that crazy? Like, and to see how far they went afterwards too. Like Indiana and Oregon, like we were literally within less than 7 points for both.
Grant's hurt. Grant's hurt.
Can't even think about it, man.
You know what I mean? I'm like, man, these games are so close. And these are teams that made it to the playoffs.
Yeah, the boys were legit last year, like 8-4, but like a legit 8-4. That was
yeah.
Tevaun Smith, everybody. Can't thank you enough for being on the show. It's fun to catch up. I gotta get the other guys. Maybe it's gonna be because y'all are gonna run your race. So I'll be able to get some like post race reactions if I can get Gare on here. Talk about the sticking parts and where they started to really get tired and battle those demons.
Definitely.
Appreciate everybody listening. Check out Tevaun on social. Check out his podcast, Front Seat Pod. Support him where you can, and we appreciate you guys listening. See you next time.